Gomargat las Cancorla, Bolabar Dusbar, Mabuikas Agaul, Shan Chakta, Catherine Connolly, Agus Grupa Socht and Mulla Shaw. I have studied the proposal and I wanted to be able to support it. I suppose there was only two issues that were alluded to by Minister McHugh. One in relation to the inaction of successive governments in addressing the needs of offshore islands. I was particularly taking offence that, or particularly concerned that Fianna Fáil may take offence to that proposal, but perhaps that was undue concern. The second, more interesting point was in relation to the actual membership of island membership of islands representatives on the Interdepartmental Committee. It is an interdepartmental committee, and we all want it to work and to improve the lives of islanders. And I actually believe having islanders there could be contrary to what you wish for, because I don't believe you have the openness amongst department officials in relation to the preparation of their plans. As you know, I respect the islanders. I engage quite a bit with them, and I will fully engage with island representatives in relation to the work of the Interdepartmental Committee. I'm happy to meet them before the meetings, after the meetings, in between meetings, on a quarterly basis, whatever is necessary. But being part of the same meeting around the table, I believe, could actually be counterproductive, which I know is not what you want, and that is my concern. Regarding I suppose the 1996, as it happens also under Fine Gael government, the plan by Minister Carey at the time, and there has been considerable investment over successive governments in island infrastructure. More is needed, and I acknowledge that. You talk about a number of things there in relation to Inishbofin. You mentioned the primary care centre. There has been a refurbishment of that. It has improved the look of it and the usability of the primary care centre. But of course, the HSC are progressing plans, and we are cooperating with them in terms of the allocation of a site next to, but not impacting on the airstrip there. As you know, regarding education there on islands, Minister McHugh undertook to take up the issues that you would raise there. My department is continuing on from previous governments in supporting secondary education in the Hill agus go bhfuil daoine tríd scéimena atá ag marine ag freastal ar the scoilna ar na Hill tá trocha daltaí an sin ó fud an tíre ó Blá Cléa, ó Ghaillimh, ó Chorcaí, ó Choláit ag freastal ar na Hill agus déine sé sin an tá an tábhacht ag baint leis na scoláirí sin ó híomh na Hifrcha the Múinteoir agus ruí mar sin. Just to the last Gancora Deputy Patrick Gallagher, I hope after nearly 9 years serving together, we're not going to end up having a row, Deputy. I think I did acknowledge your concerns regarding the flooding, and you mentioned Deputy O'Queeve in Guidor at the time. That scheme was closed also when Deputy O'Queeve was there, and it hasn't been resurrected since. So in terms of having funding within my relatively small department for flooding in Gaeltacht areas, I don't. That's why I referred you on to larger departments, Minister Ring or Minister Ross, and I know officials from the Office of Public Works also were present. Regarding funding, the government has consistently since 2011 found monies for annual island small works programmes, including in-roads. I know, for example, last year there was over €1,073,000 spent, of that 359,000 went to Donegal, and rather a much smaller 43,000 to Galway. You mentioned that I'm perhaps holding money back for a Galway project. There is a very important Galway project that I no doubt your party is supporting, and I know Deputy Connolly is supporting this sin an obair táid a dhéanamh of chun airport na minne a cheannacht agus táid ag breúir eilish an obair sin. Obair fíorfa tábhachtach ó híomh todhchaí na Nillán agus by airge le testáil chun an airstrip sin a cheannacht. Ach Tommy Dokes go bhaimid an chlár mion Ibricha ailtiú don na Hill golua táid fós ag obair ar sin. Also have to remind that nearly €100 million has been invested in capital infrastructure the past 20 years in the islands, and a number of projects are listed in the plan forward to náisiúnta. Maidir leis cé maharartaí bhí cruinniú agan leis comhairle chun dún na gáil agus tá siad ag teachtar ais chugan le multaí maidir le forbairt na céimhe agus maidir le cé rannaí. Tá Oireachtas fáta anois ón comhairle chundaí agus ba siad a bheas i chotas an airgad atá ar fáil don rinn agus na héalamh eile ar an airgad sin. Maidir le méidir dúirt Pierre Starty an sin, maidir le báid nua de Tóraí, tá an báid nua de an Tóraí luachtas an plan forbartach náisiúnta, tá céad cruinniú don chuiste nua de Tóraí le bheith agan de Chéine agus ba muidir géirí brúrá le forbartach chás gnó don báid nua sin. Maidir leis an méidir dúirt John Burt agus éontim leihí, I would agree with the Deputy regarding, and we all agree regarding the biodiversity on our islands. My department was at the forefront in developing and implementing the successful Aran Life programme, which has gained international recognition and promoting the new Chuimh No Arden programme, which has just begun. Deputy Michael Collins mentioned the BA programme, the visual arts in Sherkin Island, which has been granted and guaranteed funding, I should say, for the next 3 years, thanks to intervention from the department. And that's a very successful programme and one that I think the department is rightly proud of its role. Deputy Healy-Rae talked about Valentia, which, as much as we'd love to take on another island, it is linked with a bridge, and I know there is also a ferry, but it's not regarded as one of the offshore islands because it is linked by a bridge. So the issues that he raises will have to be progressed through through the County Council and Department of Transport. Deputy Ryan talks about my department is obviously very supportive of islands which have become energy efficient and moving away from fossil fuels. We supported the provision of electric vehicles and sustainable energy sources in the Aran Islands some years ago in conjunction with SAI. Aran Life is also very relevant to the points I think that the Deputy has raised. Deputy O'Sullivan, Lucian na Chláis de Gaeilge, my department stands over any regulations it has introduced as there to improve the experience of learning Irish, and the department currently spends over €4 million per annum with the Manad Sheet keeping Gaelgory. Indeed, I increased the grant per capita during my first term as Minister for State. And the issue of housing is one that I think the new interdepartmental committee will really have to get to grips with in terms of na lista feheh agus na aspatíhi ar na hinál agus tá sé cruthú a lán deacratí de hinálí trasna na tír agus tá sé tábhata go bhéh dulcan cín maidir leis an ábhar sin. Déanam Éireacht dul amach agus ag breanú ar rudaí ar na Hileán agus ar dul a chuairt don ceantracha Gaeltachta trasna na tíre. I've been to I think all the Gaeltacht areas in my 2 terms as Minister of State, and Port Larga, Kirky, Kiri, well, Gailliach, tá mé chónaí Wayo, agus Donegal, agus tá mé sásta casú le ein grúpa nuair a bhí mé ar cuairt den áitina sin, agus nuair a bhí mé ag cruinniú rialtas an Oireachtas, cas mé le grúpaí Glencolm Kill, Dagrú an teachta agad an Tara McHugh, agus bhain mé sásta casú le grúpaí ar son ein teachta dála áitiúil. Maidir leis an plan gníomhacht on the Hileán. I first announced this, I think, at the Cógáil na Hileán AGM last April or May in Inishman, and this was a demand. Seo éileh na Hileán ile tamil agus bhí mé smaoinehar an céadúir bhí mé ar a stát agus bhí mé sásta go raibh mé an ghlacu leis in Léana agus tá muid a breúrá scríbhmuid chuig fuairmuid cinne ó cruinniú rialtas a Donegal in Iúl, scríbhmuid chuig Chularánog in Ia sin, fuairmuid Annachna ó ón na Rinn Galéir agus scríbhmuid chuig chuideachú in Ia sin ó ríist nuair nach rá Annachna fáta agan agus an sin sucrúmuid an céad cruinniú dúirt mé tamil hen go bheith an céad rinneú mí manfover agus tá mai sásta go mai an seachtain sa thugan. So tá mai sásta leis an chuideas mód an rudaí atá lúte agat agus tá mai sásta le casú agus obair le onadaí ón an Hill mar dúirt mé rih nó na dhé crinneú ach sílam go nach mai sé go chrudann sé feibanna os rud go bhaith sé sa seomra céine ag an crinneú céine agus go bhaith sé dul an naí na rudaí atá tusa agus chuladan an seo i ggéirí a dhéanamh. So tá mai sásta chasuló agus coibreló agus cholarod. Seachas iad bheith is tíhan na crinne, sílam go chrudann sé sin Beidir Jackart níl mé ggéirí é sin a dhéanamh.